Okay, so we're going to have a look through MAX6 and have a look at the basic window that appears when you open it, and then have a look at making some basic connections. So this is the intro window that we see open in MAX6, and there's plenty of options here. We can go straight into making a new patch, and we can connect to the Cycling 74 website where Max lives, and see projects that people have worked with, look at extra objects that are available to us to install. We can go and have a look at the forums and make some connections up there. All the documentation and help files are available to us here, and we can have a look at some videos, we can have a look at the FAQ, and we can go and buy stuff such as the software if we need to. So what we're going to start with is a new patch, and we're just going to have a look at some basic objects and connections first of all. So we'll just click on new patcher, and what we'll see is a window that looks something like this. I have another window open at the moment, which is the Max window over here, and you can open and close that going up to window and Max window with Command and M, and this is a window that will show you errors and things like that. Should anything come up, they'll appear here basically, and if there are messages that you don't want anymore, you can clear them pressing the little cross down at the bottom. We'll leave that open for now. Okay, so this is the main patcher window, and this area on the left, this big white area with the dots in, this is where we're going to create a patch. Over on the right hand side here, we've got the Explorer where we can select objects that we need from and drag them across into this patcher area. We've got some buttons along the top area here giving us different lists of objects that we might need. Max, as I have explained in class, is divided into three different kind of main components. There's Max itself, which is a MIDI communications software. There's MSP, which is for audio signal processing, and there's Jitter, which is for video processing. MSP can generate audio, as can Jitter generate video. If we leave this on all, then we've generally got access to everything that we need. There's also an inspector which will tell you about objects that you've got selected, same with reference. So let's start by getting some simple objects. Button here, let's just enlarge that with a little box in the bottom right corner. So this is a button which can send out a signal. Max sends out bangs. All objects do things, and the basic command that is happening in Max is a bang. This is something that will send out a bang. It won't send out anything at the moment because we're in edit mode, so the patch itself is unlocked. It says it's unlocked up here, and the little padlock is open down here at the bottom. Okay, we're getting a little help message up there. Lock or unlock the patcher window. If this is disabled, it means the patcher cannot be edited. Okay, so we can lock this patch by clicking on the little padlock. We can also press Command and E to lock and unlock our patches. So with this patch locked, now I can't move this button around anywhere, but I can click it and something will happen. So all we're seeing is that it turns yellow, and that's about it. Okay, so if we add another kind of object underneath here, this is a toggle, this is a kind of a switch as well. Let's make that bigger. Let's lock that. You can see that we click on that and it's switching between on and off basically. With these selected, go and have a look at the inspector, and you can see the basic settings for this particular button. We've got colour settings, button colour, outline colour, the background colour, colour that it's going to flash to when we press on it. Let's change that to red, and then there's some other options here which we'll leave for now. Okay, you can have all of those visible like that. So let's close that one. So I've changed the blink colour to red, so you can see when I press that now it goes red. At the tops and bottoms of all the objects in MAX, there's inlets and outlets, and you can see as I hover my mouse over, you're getting some instruction as to what is going to happen, sending messages in and with messages that come out. So here you can see that whatever's going in, it could cause the indicator, the red area here, to flash, and it's going to send an output which is going to be a bang. At the outlet, this is the message that's coming out here, which is going to be a bang. Similarly, if we go and have a look at this, this is going to set the toggle, and that's going to send out a message, 1 or a 0, an on or an off when something's gone in at the top. And you can connect these objects together just by clicking and dragging, as you can see, from inside this little red area. We're going to connect that to that one, and now these two are connected together. So if we lock this patch, now when I press that, it switches that switch on and off. Let's get rid of that little patch cord, and let's just try adding this print object. So what I've done here is I've just dragged an object, an empty object, out from the Explorer window here, and I've started to type in something. What I want is this object called print, so I've started typing print, and you can see it completes my text and gives me some options. It could be the print message, or it could be some of these other ones as well. I want this one, so I can press return, and you can see now I've got this little object here called print. I'll connect that into here, and I'll lock the patch, and I'll press the button over there, and you can see what's happened. It's printed the message that's gone into it from here. So let's just move it out of the way, and I'll just press it a few times and you can see what's going on. Okay. Let's try sending that in there and see what that does. Okay, so on and off, 1 and 0. So that's a couple of basic objects and making some connections. If something doesn't want to be patched in, you won't be able to connect it. You won't get the little circle that we had here. If it doesn't like it, you won't get that circle. Okay, and you can patch things across like that, but most of the time you can't patch something back in on itself. Okay, it's going to cause some confusion. Okay, so don't do things like that.